Hello girls, welcome back to your English language class. Today you're going to understand subject and predicate. That is two very important parts of a sentence. So watch this video carefully girls. Before we begin with subject and predicate, let's revise the definition of sentence once. A sentence is a group of words which makes complete sense. For example, is good marry a girl? Is this sentence correct, children? No, it's not, because this sentence has no meaning. But if we say Mary is a good girl, this sentence is correct and meaningful because it is telling us that Mary is a good girl. Now let's see another example. On the beach. Is this sentence complete? No, it's not. But if we write Reena and Rohit are building a sandcastle on the beach, this sentence is complete and tells us about Reena and Rohit, that what they are doing. Now let's see one more example. The fun we on had ride. Again, is this sentence right? No, it's not, because it has no meaning. But if we say we had fun on the ride, this sentence is correct. So girls, remember, a sentence is a group of words that are put together to give meaning to something. Okay? Now let's understand the main topic of today's class, that is parts of a sentence. The two main parts of a sentence are subject and predicate. Without them, a sentence is incomplete. Let's understand each of them in detail. So the first, that is subject. Let's see the definition. The part of a sentence that names a person or a thing we are talking about is called the subject of the sentence. So girls, a subject is what or whom the sentence is about, or what a sentence is talking about. The second part, that is predicate. Let's see the definition. The sentence that gives information about the subject is called predicate. So, the predicate tells us something about the subject. That's the reason they both are very important. Now let's see a few examples. He is waiting for me outside. In this sentence, about whom are we talking? We are talking about this boy, isn't it? That is he. So here he is the subject, while is waiting for me outside is the predicate, as it is telling us about the subject. Let's see the second example. We are going to play cricket outside. Here, who is going to play cricket outside? Yes, these boys. So, in this sentence, we means boys is the subject, while are going to play cricket outside is the predicate. Now let's see one more example. Ria is sitting on a big chair. Who is sitting on a big chair? Yes, very good. Ria. Can you see her? This is Ria. She's sitting on such a big chair. So, Ria is the subject, while is sitting on a big chair is the predicate. Children, you need to keep a few things in mind while understanding subject and predicate. So let's take a look at these few points. First, the simplest way is to ask who or what before the verb. So what is the simplest way? That is to ask who or what. Just now in the previous examples we were doing that only. I was asking you all, isn't it? Let's see a few examples. The man stood at the gate. So if you ask who was standing at the gate, your answer will be man. So here in this sentence, man is the subject. Now the second point, that is the subject can be of one word or more than one word. For example, all the students of the class were absent. What are we talking about? We are all talking about all the students. So, here all the students of the class is the subject, while were absent is the predicate. Let's see another example. The whole team played well. Played very well. What are we talking about? Yes, we are talking about the whole team. So here the whole team is the subject, while played very well is the predicate, as it is giving us information about the subject. Now let's see the third point that we need to keep in mind. The subject need not to be always in the beginning of the sentence. It may also come after the predicate. For example, up went the kite. Here the subject is the kite. We are talking about the kite, while the predicate is up went. Did you see, children? The subject is always not to be in the beginning. It can be in the end also. So what are we talking about? We are talking about this kite. So the kite is the subject and up went is the predicate. Second example. On the middle of the road lay her toys. Here, what is the subject? Yes, very good. The subject here is her toys, because we are talking about her toy. While on the middle of the road is the predicate. Okay? Now let's see the fourth point that we need to keep in mind. Subject can also be hidden in the sentence. For example, come here. It's an incomplete sentence, isn't it? So what's the subject here? Who are we talking about? The subject here is you. There is a hidden subject, and it is understood that we are talking to another person. Whenever we say come here, it's always that we are telling that to someone else, isn't it? We won't tell ourselves to come here. So the hidden subject is you. Let's see one more example. Go away. What's the subject here? Who are we talking about? Here too, it's understood that the subject is you. As if someone says, go away, he or she means that you have to go away. That person might be saying it to another person, okay? That you go away. So girls, learn and revise these 4 points nicely. They are very important, okay? Now let's revise once. A sentence is a group of words which makes complete sense. A sentence has 2 parts, the subject and the predicate. The part of a sentence that names a person or a thing we are talking about is called the subject of the sentence. The sentence that gives information about the subject is called predicate. The simplest way is to ask who or what before the verb. The subject can be of one word or more than one word. The subject need not to be always in the beginning of the sentence. It may also come after the predicate. Subject can also be hidden in the sentence. So girls, I hope you have understood subject and predicate. I will be posting the exercises later. Try to solve it by yourself. Thank you and be safe.